You're listening to the Delaware Real Estate Show.
Hi, welcome to the Delaware Real Estate Show. If you can hear me, it means you're listening to the Delaware Real Estate Show and the world did not end. If you're listening close enough, you can hear that my sinuses are plugged up. I do feel a lot better today. That's why I'm doing this show today. The reason there was no show earlier in the week, I just felt like crap. That's the bottom line. Just felt horrible. So I got some news. Got no guests today, but I've got some news. Got the year-to-date market snapshot for Kent County, Newcastle County. This information comes from TREND, multiple listing system, which I am a member. Copyright 2011 TREND. As a real estate agent, we help compile information and data. And basically, TREND takes all this data and they give us reports. So the market snapshot tells us a few things. From last year to this year, in April, last year we had 366 sold units total in Kent County. Single family homes, which is the majority of our market. This year we had 318. That is a 13% drop. Okay. In 2009, they only had 284. So the market is still increased over, 09. But from last year, it has slumped a bit. So our average settle price has continued to decline over the last 3 years. From 2009's price of the average settle price of $205,000 to 2010's price in April was $196, and this year's average settle price in April was $171,000. So that is a 12%, 12.75% actually drop. That's a pretty good drop for a year, and that's been the trend is 12% per year. Now this year it was almost 13%. That's for Kent County. Let's take a look up north and see what's going on. In Newcastle County, in April 09, they had 1,114 settled units. In April of 2010, it was up to 1,200, so they had an increase. This year was 1,118. So while it's down 7.5% from last year, it's about the same as it was in 09 as far as number of units sold. But the average settled price, April 09 was $242. Last year in 2010, it was $242. It didn't change much. But from last year to this year, it went from $242 to $222,000. This is the average, and this is just for the month of April. We're looking across the board here for the month of April 09, April 2010, April 2011 in this market snapshot that I'm talking about here, courtesy of TREND and yours truly, Al Escobar. So everybody's seeing a decrease last year to this year. Boy, but up north, that average settle price of $222 versus $171 is a big difference. Our residential sales report, courtesy of TREND MLS. Information deemed reliable but not guaranteed. That's TREND's slogan, you might as well say. Gotta love it. It's good information to have. I always try to put my information in as correctly as possible, but let's take a look here. For the current year, 2011, our total properties listed for sale just this year, the number is 928. This is residential properties here in Kent County. We have sold 310. Another 405 are under contract. So we're picking up a couple of hundred properties a month in inventory, which still reflects the downward trend that we're seeing and we'll continue to see as long as the inventory builds like that. One important thing to know is that the average days on the market is right around 115 days. Each market is different. We're talking about Kent County, the residential market, 115 days. If your property's been sitting longer than that, then there's something wrong with the marketing, the exposure of the property. How are the buyers finding it? Maybe they're not finding it. Maybe something was missed. How much of the property are the buyers seeing? If you're getting all the buyers that could possibly see it to see it, what is it being exposed of the property itself? Are there pictures, virtual tours? What is being exposed of that property? Those are the two key elements in getting a property sold. And if the exposure is right of the property to the maximum amount of buyers and your price is right, you will get it sold and you will fall into that average days on market of about 115 days. Some more market statistics for Kent County. Lots and land. This is a funny market. People think land hasn't been affected much, but land is actually affected, I think, the most. When housing is strong, land is really strong. We've seen that recently. But when housing is weak, land is very weak. Right now, we've had 137 units listed in 2011 in the lots and land category, and only 10 have sold and another 20 under contract. So let's say the other 20 sell tomorrow. That's 30 sold out of 137 listed this year. The average days on the market for land is 131. So it's the same program if the land is priced properly. When I say priced properly, what I mean by that is that you have to price your property in a range that the market will bear. Statistics that we have here on hand from Trend MLS show that if your property is more than a few percent off target, you will not get many, if any, lookers, and you will not get any offers. So if you want to get offers, you want to get people through, the two most important key things are pricing and exposure. I cannot stress that enough. Some of the maximum prices that we've seen in the range of land, in the range of just over $400,000 for sold prices. So if you've got 100 acres and you think it's worth $500,000, the market doesn't seem to be bearing that right now. So give me a call. I'll be more than happy to take a look into that a little bit further for you. I'll sit down with you. We'll go right into the Trend MLS system, and we'll pull those numbers up and we'll see what these buyers are paying for these properties and what these other sellers are asking for those properties. In the commercial market for January, this is just Trend's statistics, but it looks like in Trend we've had 40 listings entered. 5 have sold. 6 are under contract in addition. So if they sell tomorrow, that's 11 done deals out of 40. So the inventory is growing there as well. Some of the highest list prices are $1.7 million, and some of the highest sold price was $1 million. And some stuff is sold for as low as $18,396. It's pretty cheap. This again is just for Kent County. Just giving you this little report here on these little residential lot land, and this report here is commercial again. The average days on market for commercial is way different. It is 464 days, so it's definitely going to take you a lot longer. In the commercial market, there is not a lot of money available. So, looking at the residential report for this month, under 50 grand, you got 24 properties on the market. There's an additional 105 listings between 50 and 100,000. Another 282 listings from 100 to 150. From 150 to 200, you got over 400 listings, and over 400 listings from 200 to 250, and 250 to 300. There's 258 listings. There's 100 listings over 300 to 350, and then there's a handful of listings over that. That's actives. We have 1,700 actives in our system right now. 970 of those are 3 bedrooms. 596 are 4 bedrooms or more, and the under 150 some are under 3 bedrooms. Currently, we have 120 of those properties are pending. Now, the ones that are pending, the majority of them are in the 100 to 250 range. There's approximately 75 properties, 78, 79 properties out of the 120 are right in that range. So properties in that range are selling. The lower end of that is selling a little bit faster. In April of 2011, we did settle 110 deals. Of all the deals that were pending prior, one deal got through that was between 350 and 399. 4 deals made it that were between 300 and 350. Between 250 and 300, there were 8 successful settlements. Between 200 and 250, there were 20 successful settlements. Between 150 and 200, there were 30 successful settlements. 100 to 150, there were 25 successful settlements. And there were approximately 22 successful settlements under $100,000. So, the low end of the market's moving. And again, this is Kent County. And I refer mostly to Kent County because that's where most of my clients are. If you'd like to hear something extra in the report for your county, please give me a call or shoot me an email at alescovar@gmail.com. Year to date, folks, as of April 2011, we've had a total of 318 settlements. Most of those came in the 2 to 250 range. Wait a minute, am I looking at this correctly? I better get my glasses out here, folks. I am incorrect as not always. Most of those settlements came in at the 150 to 199 range. 89 of those deals came in right in that range there. Just above it, just below it, in $50,000 increments were the next big winners. And everybody else was mostly below. There were only a handful of people above 300 that got a deal in year to date. Some of these numbers are good to have. Some of them are just very confusing. If you want to make more sense out of all this, give me a call at 302-423-0276 or visit alescovar.com. This is Al Escobar signing off for the Delaware Real Estate Show. Have a great day. All right, folks, it's time to plug the folks that are supporting our show. www.uselldelaware.com. That's USELLDE.com. If you're going to sell real estate on your own, do it with the help of a consultant. God help you if you're on your own out there. It's a tough world. DelawareVideography.com. Virtual tours for realtors and video for everyone. DelawareLawnService.com. Delaware's #1 fine arts landscaper. DelawareTreeService.com. Delaware Tree Service is Delaware's finest arborists at your service. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, emergency service available.